Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and as you guys have probably followed along in part 1 and part 2, we are going over the GoPro Hero 8 walkthrough, and in this final third part, we're going to be going over all the settings actually in the camera, and we're going to do a deep dive into those and walk you through how to set up stuff like your Wi-Fi or how to format your card. So let's dive right into it and finish up this last part of learning how to use your GoPro Hero 8. So let's scroll up here and let's go over these settings. So you do have your date and time up here at the top. If it's connected to a phone, cloud, stuff like that. So if you want to lock your orientation, you can go in and lock your orientation. As you can see, it just locked on that. If you just want to lock your screen in general, so now if you're like doing video or something and you don't want something to touch it or mess with it, it's going to be, you're literally going to have to swipe up here to make any changes, and then we can hit unlock. That still doesn't fully unlock it, so you do have to still go there and unlock it. This is a really cool capture on, so mainly what this allows you to do is hit this button. If you're on time-lapse photo or video mode, it will just automatically start recording, where you're not just doing the turn on button here, the button that you hit to turn it on. So, and again, the orientation just moves, so we'll go on and hit that. So that is a pretty cool thing. I do use it from time to time if I know I'm going to be shooting video and I just want to be able to just hit this button, go right into recording. That's the easiest way to do it. If you want your beep on or off, I don't know about you guys, but I find the GoPro beep to be the most annoying thing in the world. So I do not ever leave that thing on. It is really annoying. You can do voice commands. Honestly, I don't know what the list of voice commands are, but I'm sure you could look that up, and I'm sure you could say something like GoPro start recording video or something like that, something very similar like Siri or Hey Google, their own version of that. And if you do want a grid, you do have the option to put a grid in. So as you can see now, I have a grid right here. Going to turn that grid off, don't really need it. We're going to go into preferences, connections. So one of the really cool thing about the GoPro, and they've had this for probably since the Series 2 or 3, I think, is being able to connect directly to their app. The GoPro puts out its own Wi-Fi signal that you connect to, and then it connects into the app. We can make a video on how to connect all that together. If I get enough people commenting below that want to know how to do it, I'd be more than happy to make that video. However, it's really, really simple to do, and it really allows you to have full functionality and control, and pretty much an external monitor if you're connected to a Samsung or iPhone or iPad. And it just allows you to have great accessibility and control over your video, where you're not using these really tiny, small screen. The screen is a little bit a pain to work with sometimes because it's so small. However, the touchscreen does work really well. So if we go into connections here, we could turn on the wireless connection if we wanted to, but we're not going to. And then once that's turned on, it will just go into connect device. You can go into your GoPro app, smart remote, or Bluetooth. So you also do have a smart remote. And then this does give you the camera info. So like this is the name of the GoPro. This is probably what's going to pop up on your Wi-Fi signal. And then this is going to be the password to get into it. I'm going to probably change that. I usually make it a password that's easier to remember. You have 2 Wi-Fi bands. You have 5 and 4. I'm going to let you know right now, just stay on 5. 5 is will give you less interference when trying to connect and have the app and the camera talk to each other. So 2.4 is an older technology. So, and then if you want to reset connections, you do have that option to do that. So moving on to general, there's a few things in here. Beep volume. I'm gonna tell you right now, I just leave it muted. But you can go into there and like put low, medium, or high. That thing is annoying to me, so we're leaving it on muted. Quick capture, if you want to do quick capture, again, that's that thing where you hit this up here and it starts recording. That is set to off. Default, if I can say that, default mode. It's the last thing that's used, but if you do want to set a default mode, you do have some different modes that you can go in and actually have. Like there's the travel one that I made for night, so like that could be my default mode, so that when I do turn on the camera and it starts doing like a time lapse with the quick capture, it will let me go in and do that. So, but we're just gonna do last use. Auto power off after 15 minutes. You know, honestly, if it hasn't been used for 5 minutes, then it shouldn't be on. So I'm gonna set that to 5. LEDs always on. Anti-flicker at 60 Hertz. However, you can go to 50 Hertz, but I'll tell you 60 is where you want to be at. Video compression. you have HEVC or H.264 and HEVC, leave it here, especially if your camera can handle it. This is going to be the higher quality video. I'm going to let you know that right now. Time, 9:02 a.m. Date, here you go, and then date, month, date, format. So if you wanted a different format, if you're from a different country or you're used to something different, say you're military or ex-military and you guys did it differently there, that is where you would change that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go all the way to the top. We're going to go back. We're going to move over to voice control. So you can turn that on, wake on voice, English, and then here are your commands. GoPro capture, GoPro, and these are all your commands that you got to memorize, I guess, right here to make it work. I don't use that, but for some people that might be very beneficial, or, you know, there's a lot of positive things that can help someone with these commands. Just not for me. I just do it manually. I have no problems with that. Touch screen, so landscape lock, screensaver mode, and then brightness. So you can bring your brightness down. If you are running through, let's say, your battery too much, the brightness, bring that down, that will save you on battery life, so just to let you know. So we'll go back, regional, GPS, yes, I always leave the GPS on. If you don't want to, turn it off. Regulatory, so this is just some information right here. And then language, of course, is set to English, but if you're somewhere else, you may want to change that. And we want to hit the back. Input, output. So really simple, audio input. We don't have that connected at the moment because we don't have the piece connected to it. But there is a piece that connects into the USB-C over here on the side. And you can actually hook up audio directly into this, which is fantastic. About GoPro updates. So there's the update right here. Camera info, battery info. So this is a serial number. Battery info. Boom, boom. Battery life is good. We'll go back. And then reset. It's the last thing to go over, really. Format SD card. If we want to format the SD card, we could just hit format, and it's going to go in and format the micro SD, mini SD card. So that's what it's doing right now. Formatting. Reset presets. Reset camera tips. And then just an actual factory reset. So say you go buy this from somebody that's selling it used, and you want to be able to just reset it to its factory settings. Now you know how to do that, and then get started from the beginning on how you want to do things. But this is the walkthrough on the GoPro Hero 8. There isn't really a lot to go through. The nice thing about GoPro is they make things super, super simplistic. It's really easy to use, and they don't add any additional functions and features that you're probably not going to need or want. So I just really, really enjoy how easy it is to work with and get through it. As you guys saw me explaining how the GoPro worked, it was really simple to go over, and a lot of the settings are the same. A lot of the ways that you do your settings are extremely the same depending on if you're doing time-lapse video or photo mode, which I really, really like. So that is it for me on this GoPro. As always, guys, there's a link to the left of me, to the right of you guys that, you know, if you click on that, it gives us a little bit of affiliate money, helps keep this channel going, and there's always a link at the end of the video. If you've got any questions or any comments, anything that you want to know that I didn't explain that I might have missed over, which I shouldn't have, I'm pretty sure we went through everything on this camera. But if there is, like, leave a comment down below and I will do my best to respond to you. Or if there's separate videos that you think I need to make on this that you would like to see, again, I'd be more than happy to take the time to do that. But as always, guys, I'll catch you next time. Well, guys, thanks for stopping in and watching these GoPro Hero 8 walkthrough videos. Hopefully they were very beneficial for you. As always, there'll be a link to your guys' right, my left, where you can open it up, see the other parts, and as well, purchase the product right here, the GoPro Hero 8. It does help us keep going. As always, guys, create better, and I'll catch you next time. Let's go! Well, guys, you made it to the end of the video. Of course, if you want to check out the product, it does help us out a little bit. Go on and click down in that general direction. If there's any other videos that you guys want us to make that you're interested in watching, leave us a comment down below. We'll do our best. And as always, guys, create better.